I'm Steele, the National Sales Manager at Kilgore International. You can find us at kilgoreinternational.com. We're at our training center today to talk to you about some of the dental hygiene simulation accessories. Dental calculus tube. So probably our most practical, convenient dental simulation accessory. So when the package arrives, all you have to do is flip open the top part, remove the contents from the package. Here you have a calculus tube, and you're also going to have your nozzle. Now, once you get this, to set this up is very simple. Remove the cap, take this portion here, you pop the top, go ahead, twist this nozzle on. Once you have that on, you're going to want to take this top portion counterclockwise and go ahead and remove it. Now, what we do here for demonstration purposes is remove number 30 out of our periodontal model. Now, if you're going to place this calculus, whether it's sub or supragingival, we recommend removing the tooth out of the model, go ahead and placing the calculus on, letting it cure, and then going forward by putting it back in the model. So for our demonstration purposes here, I'm going to show you. You don't need to shake it up or anything like that. The contents are ready to go. You go ahead and take your tooth. Whether you want to put it sub, supragingivally, is totally up to you. That's the nice part about this. You can customize where you want to put this calculus at. So for me, I'm going to put it down here close to the CEJ. And all you want to do is give your tube a squeeze. And it's going to be a nice kind of putty-like liquid that's going to come out. And once you have it placed where you want it to place, go ahead and let it sit. Now this tooth's been done. Go ahead and set it aside. You want to let it cure for about 24 hours, 18 to 24 hours. And once that process is done, we're going to show you what it's going to look like here next. This is the number 30 tooth we've done previously. Now the recommended cure time on this material is 24 hours. So be sure to let it sit for 24 hours. That way you get the same tenacity as actual calculus-like material. And then at that point, you can put it back into your model, screw retain it, and then you're ready to work. Now a key thing to remember is this tube. You have about 2 weeks or so to use this tube up before it dries up. So once you pop that top and start applicating it onto the models, 2 weeks, and then whatever's left in here will harden up. So be sure to use it right away, and also know you can do about 3 to 5 models in full. But always buy extras on hand, and that way you're not running out of calculus. And next, we're going to show you our other accessories. This is our dental calculus set, probably my most favorite simulation product. Out of all the reviews we received, this material here simulates closest to what actual calculus feels like, from the tenacity to the rough, grainy texture. Now, what you have here is a product setup. You have your dark gray material versus your light gray. You have your mixture, your 2 mixing cups, some sandpaper to rough the tooth's edge up a little bit to apply. And of course, you have your 2 brushes and your dropper. Now, the 2 brushes, you would use one for your gray color, your dark gray, and of course one for your light gray. So the next step here, we're going to show you how to mix and apply. All right, so here we have set up our light gray applicator and our mixture. And first we're going to talk about the sandpaper here. So with sandpaper or with one of your instruments, what you want to do with this is find that spot on the tooth that you want to apply the material with, and go ahead and just rough that area up. I recommend an instrument over the sandpaper, but it's totally up to you what you have in front of you. And once that's done, now our tooth is ready. So we have our mixture in here. We're going to go ahead and get our brush wet. Once it's wet, you want to go over here in the light gray material that I poured the powder into. Go ahead and start mixing it up. And once you have a nice little mixture and your brush is covered, now we could take the tooth and then go ahead and apply that nice grainy texture across that surface that you'd already roughed up. So once that's done, we're going to go ahead, let this sit and cure for 60 minutes. And at that point, you should be ready to scale, test on, work on, and then go back into the model. But let's go ahead and check out the dark gray material now. We're all set with our dark gray material. So we have our dark gray calculus material here. You want to pour into the cup. You have your solution here, which you want to pour into the opposite cup. And then once that's complete, we're going to go ahead and get our brush applicator. Make sure that's nice and saturated. Once that's saturated here, we're going to go to the cup over with our dark gray material. Now while I'm mixing this around, one suggestion I do have is if you were doing a bunch of different teeth for a test, make sure you pour enough of this powder, enough of this solution so you can do a big batch. Make sure that material is consistent all the way through. And once you have your material mixed up, you can go ahead now and paint that onto the tooth. Kind of move it around a little bit. I'm going to go around the CJ here and up onto the crown surface and get that nice and grainy, get that nice and super and subgingival. And once that's complete, you're going to wait about 60 minutes for this to cure. And at that point, once it cures, you can go ahead and put it back to the model. Don't let it fool you. This thing's going to start to harden up here in 2 to 3 minutes. But to get that full effect, let it cure for 60 minutes, put it back to the model. And this one, I'm telling you, is going to be our most realistic calculus product that we have out. So go ahead and take a look, and we'll get to it with you next time. This is an artificial plaque. What I love about the simulation accessories is a great way to explain to your students proper brushing techniques over the model to get rid of this plaque. Because that way you can explain to them that, of course, if you leave the plaque untreated, how it's going to turn into calculus later on down the road. So the plaque here, once you pull it out of the bottle, go ahead and shake it up for about 10 to 15 seconds. You want to shake it up real good. And once that's done, go ahead and the same thing with every other accessory, you want to remove the tooth from the model. So go ahead and pull a tooth out of the model. That way you can place it on here, let it cure. Once it cures, you can put it back into the model. Here I removed the number 30. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to unscrew this. And actually, just like nail polish, you're going to go ahead and start painting the plaque onto the tooth. So I'm just going to put it around the perimeter here. And you can see how it's kind of turned like almost a sticky, filmy kind of pink color here to simulate that plaque. So it's a great accessory. Again, you're teaching brushing techniques, you're teaching proper hygiene, and everything you need to know for the student. And of course, you can find this accessory at KilgoreInternational.com. All right, so it's been about 60 minutes now. We actually have our artificial plaque tooth that we painted on earlier. So you can go ahead and kind of see how that's cured. And again, it kind of leaves that sticky film, kind of like so it simulates plaque. So that's the nice part about it. It's going to give your students a great simulation exercise and something for them to work on before they go to live patients.